It doesn't feel like he has much competition for being like the best mechanical jet player. Like not many people you can see that gameplay and compare it to the same level that ASPAS is achieving.
Você quer ter aulas com grandes personalidades do cenário e evoluir ainda mais sua gameplay? E utilizar todo esse aprendizado adquirido em um campeonato super organizado e com live stream oficial? Tudo isso você encontra na Everest. E mais, você não precisa ter um time, a plataforma encontra um time para você que se encaixe na sua gameplay. Além disso, lá você também vai encontrar um guia completo com todos os pixels em todos os mapas para você deixar seu Sova, sua Viper insano. E na Neverest você também vai ter aulas toda semana com um coach profissional ao vivo. Você vai ter um coach profissional acompanhando sua performance e os assinantes têm direito a análise de POVs ilimitadas. E eu consegui um desconto ainda maior para quem é inscrito aqui do canal. Usando o cupom SMokemid você tem 15% de desconto. Fala galera, tudo bem com vocês? Após o jogo entre Loud e Sentinels, os casters gringos fizeram suas análises e disseram o que acharam do jogo, inclusive elogiando bastante o ASPAS.
Loud are gonna hold on to that sole possession of first place in the league, but it didn't necessarily come easy. That third map even got a little touch and go on the back half there, Mimi.
Yeah, it was looking like maybe Sent could put a comeback together at the end, but I think Sent showed kind of the difference between these two teams. For Sentinels, it's a squad that had a last-minute coaching change, a sub coming in, and they didn't have as much time to prep, to show the coordination, whereas for Loud, they're a team that's been together for so long, have made it to international finals together. Maps like Ascent, where they can just play to themselves, be coordinated, like lean into the stuff they're good at, that's where they're always going to be strong.
Yeah, and obviously Sentinels are going to hang their head pretty low here. If you're a pro player, you only want to win, and losing is always going to end up in you being sad. But there's a lot of positives, like you said, for Sentinels today. I thought their game plans today were really, really good, and they really pushed Loud. They could have won that Haven game. And honestly, a lot of those Ascent rounds were swing rounds. I even thought their approach to play quickly towards the back of the site was very good. Unfortunately, Pancata got caught once or twice. I mean, it's a very unfortunate start to this split right now for Sentinels because they played Energy, Leviathan, and now Loud, and they competed really well in those series. But they're going to have to get some wins on the board if they want to make playoffs.
And it's so sad because it's the same exact situation as last week. You go up a team you're not favored against, you almost beat them, then you go to map 3, get stomped. It is a tragedy. But what Loud showed us that they were incredibly good at was the coordination and the fast reactions. In particular, the way that ASPAS managed to quickly understand what the opponent was doing and react to it was fantastic. In this round, for example, his teammates calm that it's a fast take through Catwalk. He's immediately reflanking, finding a timing to punish Pancata, who fell a little bit behind the pack. And then, once they group up to go for this retake, they slam down that Killjoy ult and don't go together. Instead, they rush towards Heaven, punish Saucy, trying to take that fight, and then spin around and take the one versus 2 against Zekken as well. This map in particular was just a highlight of how good Loud is at just playing together at the fundamentals.
The number of times that ASPAS found himself in a flanking op position, which is a sentence I never really thought I'd be uttering, was pretty phenomenal. It was like so funny to watch the little crevices that he would find in the, the opposing team's game plan and Sentinel's game plan to be like, all right, they assume that every one of us has exited Cat and on to A, and he's still holding that angle through tree, to the end of the round.
He knows when and where to use utility, when and where to take lines, and Mimi and I were just constantly giving him credit behind the scenes because you look at some of those peaks, like the one off Cat to catch Marv top mid, he doesn't dash back, he updrafts back. And that's because he saves his dash for later in the round. That's not something you see from a lot of top-level jets. When they're doing a fast market split, he's throwing cloudbursts on the ground and jumping into them with a shorty or no-scope people with an up. It's a very atypical play, but actually very high IQ in Valorant. Like, those plays are very successful at the pro level.
It doesn't feel like he has much competition for being like the best mechanical jet player. Like, not many people you can see that gameplay and compare it to the same level that ASPAS is achieving.
Yeah, I mean, not only is
ASPAS America, I don't know about that. Who's Turco?
I mean, ASPAS is setting the bar in terms of individual performance here in VCT Americas, and no one has yet been able to step up to him just yet, as has Loud been setting the bar for teams so far here at VCT Americas. And while they do get the win, continue their undefeated streak, I wanted to stop down for a moment and talk about Marv. Let's give him the report card. What did we feel about his first showing out there on the stage? You heard Josh say it feels like he never left.
I'd give him like an A+, probably. maybe A-. They lost. Take a
little room for
away
improvement to
that.
that S tier, but not much, huh?
Yeah, he was so good. You were hyping up his Omen. He came out into this final map and looked incredible on it. The way he uses his utility, the fast flanks that he went for, and the amount of kills he was getting, like you were saying, it's not like he's baiting or playing back behind the team. Every one of his kills was really impactful to keep Sen in this.
Yeah, he was still putting the aggression forward despite the pressure on him in the series to perform. I thought Marv gave it, yeah, like you said, an A+. There were some of those duels, like the one where he got legged by ASPAS, TPs in a spawn. He just takes a 1v1 against ASPAS and just out-aims him. Like, this was top-level Marv performance. And if I'm looking around right now from the rest of the scene, this guy's the 6th player on this team.
I know, right?
He's still got it for sure. Like, Marv can definitely play in franchising.
Yeah, and the preparation as well from Sentinels. I think the role changes with Marvin for the roster makes so much sense. Saucy on the Initiator was incredible. I like the Zekken primary duelist. The anti-stratting was good. So much was good for Sen in this matchup, but it still wasn't enough to win.
Yeah.
Outra equipe brasileira que jogou hoje foi a MIBR, mas infelizmente teve uma atuação bastante apagada e perdeu para Leviatã por 2-0. O primeiro mapa foi 13-4 e o segundo 13-3. E essa foi a primeira derrota brasileira para um time de fora do Brasil. Mas deixa a sua opinião sobre isso aí nos comentários e vamos para a próxima notícia. A Riot acabou de divulgar o trailer da próxima coleção que se chamará Sistema de Entretenimento Radiante, que chegará no jogo dia 25 de abril, saca só como serão as skins. Mas e aí, o que achou? Vai comprar? Deixa sua opinião aí nos comentários, deixa também aquele like, se inscreve aqui no canal pra não perder nada, aquele abraço, até o próximo vídeo.